So how do you make a killer presentation? Well, in this video, I'll give you some killer tips to exactly do that. My name is Jamil Hai, and I've been working in the corporate sector for the last 17 years, and my passion is to help you build real life skills for your job and career that they don't teach you in college. So the first tip is know your audience. In my job, I have to present to a wide variety of audience. Sometimes I could be presenting to senior leadership, or sometimes I'm presenting to technical experts or even new joiners. Now, why is this important? Because depending on that audience type, you need to make sure that your messaging is tweaked accordingly. For instance, if you are presenting to senior leadership, they are really looking for the business context. What is the implication on the company's top line or bottom line? So you have to make sure that whatever messages you are presenting are connected to that context. As compared to if you are presenting to new joiners, then your messaging is more educational because you are really trying to help them understand how the business works. And finally, if you're presenting to technical experts, they would like to go into a lot of details and technicalities, so your presentation needs to be managed accordingly. The second tip is identify your objectives. Why are you giving this presentation? This is very similar to one of the 7 habits of highly effective people that Stephen Covey has mentioned in his book, which is begin with the end in mind. What are you trying to get out of this presentation? Are you trying to get an approval on a budget, or you're trying to get an alignment on a plan, or is it just about getting a job? So crystallizing the objectives will help you present more effectively. The third tip is less text, more visuals. I think the gold standard on presentation skills is Steve Jobs. And if you just Google Steve Jobs presentations, you will always find slides which have like one number or one graphic or one picture on them. Very simple, to the point, and really sharp on the message. So no need to have a presentation full of text which people can't even read. They become more like an eye test. Just have simple visuals that tell the story. The next tip is look for questions. Keep checking in with your audience from time to time. This becomes even more important when you're presenting virtually, because you cannot really engage in the body language of each of your audience. So it's a good idea to make sure that that two-way dialogue is happening. Presentation is not just a one-way street. The next tip is emphasize on one key message per slide. Sometimes what happens is you're presenting a very complicated table or a chart, and there are a lot of different numbers. But what is the key message? What are you really trying to deliver? So even if you're presenting a complex set of data, it might be a good idea to circle the part where you are really trying to draw people's attention to, or just simply take that key message and put it in big bold letters somewhere on the slide. This will really help you direct your audience to your key message faster. And the last and perhaps the most important tip is rehearse, rehearse, rehearse. Here is a quote from Bill Gates about how he saw Steve Jobs so precisely rehearsing his presentations before the big ones that we saw on TV. Now one would think, why would a guy like Steve Jobs, who has presented to millions of people around the world and has done probably thousands of presentations, would require rehearsal? Well, that's what really underscores the importance of rehearsal, right? Because your effectiveness while presenting just skyrockets if you have rehearsed well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Keep watching, subscribe, learn, and apply these skills to your job and career. Good luck.